All right, welcome to the Iron Sharpening Iron Show. This is your man, Big Jack. This is where we prove we are stronger together, that if each one could reach one, we all would grow and glow. I am super excited today because we have a special guest with us today. This is a little different. I want to break this down. So, you normally know the Iron Sharpening Iron Show is normally on Wednesdays and Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is different because for me right now on the east coast of the United States it's 10:30, and I'm having an iron shopping iron show. But because I have a super special guest today, that's why we made some time changes and moved things around. And I'm super excited about this person. So I'm gonna bring him to the stage. The one for me and only. It's gonna be Dapper PH. How you doing, Dapper? What's going on, sir? You there? Yeah. And he's behind the screen. There he is.
There you go. What's up, bro, Jack? And morning here in the Philippines, and I guess it's evening on our end. And hello to all our viewers, and from my local community to the foreign ones. What's up, all of you? And I just hope you find this stream really exciting and informative later. Okay, bro, Jack?
Hey, I appreciate it. And you did mention this is the Iron Shopping Iron Show. We have you on, and I'm super excited. I am really excited about this. And I don't even know. I was this is now the 22nd episode of the Iron Shopping Iron Show, so I'm still getting into it and getting used to it. But having you on is a true pleasure, and I thank you for taking the time to be on the show with me. But just going into it, we're going to make sure we recognize those who are in the chat, and we're going to make sure we give the blue jackets or the blue wrenches or whatever. A lot of people call them blue, but they'll make sure they'll get their moderator status while as they come in, and we're going to honor them for being here with us during this time as well. But Dapper, can you? And just as I kick it off, just introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. I mean, a lot of people want to know who is Dapper PH.
All right. Okay. Let's start. Before I do that, I'd like to say hi to our first early birds and my friend, Big Sister Destined to Recover. It was all, our lady Snapback. And to all my friends down there, Anna, I guess. And could you just check, guys, my audio down there? Because it's good up here, but sometimes we know I have a lot of experience on my stream wherein we are sounding good on the panel, but on YouTube, on the chat box, it sounds rickety and there's an hissing sound and there's loading something. So could you check my audio if it's 2020 on a vision? Okay, Atiana, am I sounding good before we start?
I think it sounded good to me. But let's see if everybody in the chat there, everybody sounding good out there.
Yes, Bro Gen X is also here. Anyway, the question is, who is Dapper PH? Dapper PH, in and out of YT, Dapper PH is the name of my channel, slash Walwalan 2.0. Walwalan 2.0 in Tagalog, that's Tagalog term, which is Mizoga de Pusachara. In Tagalog, that's a Tagalog term for which means if it's going to be used for entertainment, it means you have to give it 100% energy, power, everything. So you have to give me your best shot. That is walwalan. But if you use that term in drinking, that means you have to drink a lot. You're a drunken master. So that means for walwalan. But if you're going to use it for entertainment, singing, dancing, any talent, and in terms of entertainment, that means giving 100% best. So the word walwalan is the channel handle of Dapper PH. I use that because personally I am in and out a production owner of an entertainment, and I also direct shows before I went to YouTube. Okay. So I handle talents like bands, solo performers, dancers, fire eating monsters, bikini models, everything, and you name it. If you need someone for an entertainment show, I have it. Okay. So I have my own production outfit. So there's a lot of people involved there. There's a host, There is a choreographer for the dancers. There are trainers for the singers. I'll do the creative thing. I direct the show, everything, and everything in it for a production. So when I there was this pandemic thing during that time when I started my channel Dapper PH. It is supposedly a vlogging channel, not an entertainment singing channel. Okay, it started with a couple of kids, which I considered my sons because they are the younger generation. And in 4 years from now, I'll be turning 60, so they called me dad. And some of you, if you can watch my show, everybody's calling me father, or in Tagalog, tatay. Just like Jova in the chat box, they called me that because I stand as the father of the community. And also, I train these people who are so talented in singing and whichever they do. So I'm giving them that push and edge to show that talent, especially when I continued my channel, and the four kids told me that they cannot continue with me as a collaborative channel, Dapper PH. So they told me if I wanted to continue the channel alone, then I can do it alone. Okay. And then because everything came to normal, everything went back to work, even it's just on a skeletal system, which is you can go report to the office once a week and then back office on at home. So that was the situation like. And me, during that time, I had several bar business, bar, singing bars, entertainment bars. So during the pandemic, it was all closed. And I lost a lot of money that time. So when the pandemic hits, I was thinking of looking for a rope, and I have to hang myself because everything was lost. And during that time, I also lost my special someone, and I lost my business. I lost a lot of money that I worked for, and put all those money into business, which is by profession. I am an engineer, so I work in a construction. But my passion is music. My passion is entertainment. Because when I was young, I used to model. When I was young, I used to dance. When I was young, I listened to the radio. Oh, that was a song. Sorry. When I was young, I did a lot of things in terms of entertainment. So when I went into the YouTube, because nobody is allowed to go out, so everybody is online. So one of my friends, who is also a model, is now located, situated in Italy, told me, "Daddy, why don't you join me on YouTube and you do live stream?" And I was like, "What am I gonna do there? I am a strict person. I am the owner of my own production. I don't do the hosting. I just get a host for that." And then it's just for you to have something to do because everybody is locked down. Everything is locked down. You cannot do anything. So I went there. I was introduced to a Filipino community. That was the first community that I had. And then they are doing a stream just like this, talk and talk nonsense, as long as you have the watch hour. Because that time, nobody's singing on the stream because of the copyrighted music. So everybody is afraid to sing or to play a music because of the copyright thing. So later on, and these people, this community helped me to gain my watch hours because every now and then that I am live there, everybody was there. They are watching me, and as I recall my first stream, I guess there's a lot, minimum of 100 or 200 people, real people. They are not the boosted viewers. Okay, so I thought, why are these people watching me? I'm not doing anything. I'm just talking. I'm just, an ordinary situations that whatever they ask, I answer that one. So later on, when I monetize my channel, I was thinking, what the hell am I gonna do with this channel since it's already monetized? I don't have a niche because I cannot blog anymore and go out and travel blog or something because I'm afraid that there's still this pandemic thing. So there's a lot of viruses, and some of the people are really careful of going out and associating with one another. Okay. Now, so I decided, why don't I put my production on a stream?
Mm,
The production thing. There's a singing, there is everything. And I was thinking, but these people are not, most of the live streamer before are thinking, no, you will not earn anything from that because of the copyright thing. And some of the music will be taken down and your channel will be reported. So I was thinking, how much am I going to learn? I'm going to earn for a 1 6 hour stream with so many songs, and there's only less than 1,000 viewers during that time. I
mm,
usually get 1,000 views for one stream. Okay, that was a regular thing for someone who is already. If you think your stream is being catered to many people that they wanted to watch, and then when I look at my studio and it was just earning less than $1 for 6 hours, and I was staying super late at night, and I was thinking, I'm not gonna earn anything here for a $1, and there's a lot of copywritten music who's gonna run after me for that $1. So I just give it to them. Okay, take the $1. We're all gonna sing. I'm gonna do a production here. So
mm,
that started my Walwalan 2.0, the
mm,
entertainment stream. Okay, and then I look around the community of a streamer also were singing, and I am listening to them, and I'm looking for someone who can really sing in the real sense of the word sing, not yongon or growl or something,
mm, right.
or the real voice of a singer. So I look around because I was asking before when I started my stream, I'm asking my staff, the singer in my production, to join the panel to sing, but they don't have a YouTube channel, so they're not enjoying. So I have to do what I do is I have to pay them just to participate there because that's part of their job. So what I did, because my channel is not earning yet, so I look around and I found a lot of people in local Filipino community who can really sing,
Mm,
but they should be guided in terms of their audio, of their voice, and the way they project and how they are going to sing. So that's what I did. I went for a year to a lot of communities to look for a for for people that I can train, and that was the start of the Dapper Squad, the first batch of the Dapper Squad, and now they are on their 12th batch. And then now, these people, when I train them, some of them are shy and even just in hosting. And when they do the shout out thing, they don't have the power and they're really shy. They're hiding and they're closing their camera. I don't allow that. So if you
right.
don't want to listen to be trained, it's okay. You can go. But if you stay later on, when you look back, you're going to see yourself far away from the shyness that because you're being developed. So that's what I did. And after that, the rest is history. I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
I was able to explain that one. Hi,
Oh,
Jimmy. Yes.
yeah. I mean, you definitely explained it, and it was intriguing. I mean, really, uh, one, sorry to hear about your loss. I know you said during the COVID time, you know, not just the business, but you said you lost a loved one, and so that was a hard time for a lot of us. But you seeing how you persevered through all of that, and even used YouTube as a way to build a business that you couldn't do on the outside, but it was able to now do it through live streams and build people up. So I'm looking at, like you said, you're taking artists that can sing and then pulling them into that being hosts now. And I see a lot of people come from your channel, your community that's hosting their own shows throughout the week. I see a different people that I'm gonna say they came from your community and they hosted their own shows. But so you're like a great coach helping them get there. But yeah, I'm truly intrigued by what you're saying right now. So let's try to recognize some of the people that's down in the chat, Dapper, and see what we can do real quick. See, I see Tommy Keening down there, Grinny Lee Days, how you doing? And make sure I'm saying he's right. Gen X Effect is here. Snapback Trishana is here. That's Mommy VH official. I believe that's one coming from your community. Jovel, hello, hello. And if it's someone I'm missing, Dapper, if you see him, go ahead and please acknowledge him. I don't want to miss anybody.
Yes, shout out sa ating mga kaibigan ng ating Butterfly and Bees, Mami Judy, and Ate Jova de Pustas. Guys, my Philippine community, can you share the stream? Because I'm not used of having eight watchers and viewers. At least you can hit at least 20 to 50 people. Thank you for sharing, guys, if you may. And shout out once again, Miss Snapback. Okay, Tommy. So here, my brother Gen X and Ginny Lee Days. Who else? And everybody on the background, guys. And usually before I start my stream, I'm asking my friends and community to share, because if they share, they can see it on the community and everybody can enter and they can watch. Okay. But my time, most of my friends are either at work or they are still sleeping if it's at their day off. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, and that's one of the I don't say issues we had with this is because normally the Iron Shopping Iron Show is a 7 p.m. show, so most people are up here when you're talking starting at 10:30. Yeah, a lot of people are getting ready to go to bed or getting into bed so they can get up and go, to work in the morning and all. So it was a challenge to that point, so that we could. Um, have you on here, and I know the time change is a big time change between us because I believe it's what 12 hours between us. So where you
Yes.
are now to me, so 12 hours. That's a big time change to try to put something together. I know it gets difficult. Like I said, you normally do your shows on Saturday. I wake up to your shows, but it's not. It's an afternoon show for you, but it's a morning show for me. So I wake up and like, okay, let me turn on and watch what's going on Dapper show, but at the same time it's just that time change that we have to time difference that we have to work through. But because of YouTube, we're allowed or we're able to have a show on from two different countries at the same time interacting with each other and having this. So I'm super excited. I don't say get you don't get caught up in the numbers. You want a lot of people and things like that, but the opportunity to have you here and to be able to ask you questions and maybe have you answer, and give us some insight on who you are, because that makes it even that much bigger, because we can always watch the restream. We can watch it when it come back out and catch up, but you don't really get this opportunity to hear about your story and how did you get to where you are and even the struggles that you had to go through. So thank you for sharing that with us.
That would be a pleasure for, especially for the Filipino community, because we're trying to make friends with everyone, regardless of the culture, the races, or wherever you are. Mostly Filipinos are really hospitable and friendly, so we're just extending that energy towards everyone, and we wanted to have that impression, not just because we are asking for that, but because it is being shown on our personality.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. I mean, I'm learning, I'm growing. So I started my channel, Dapper, in October. So October 2024 is when I came into the YouTube world. So I have a long way to go and a lot more to grow. So I look at different content creators. I look at people like yourself and say, hey, what is Dapper doing, and and I take little pieces. So now I have the We Be Jamming live show. It's only one Saturday out the month. The last Saturday of the month, we do a show where we actually bring musicians on and they perform one or two songs. And we've only had one so far, but that was in February, and I think it was a success. But we're now building that channel up, or that show up, so that we can continue to go month to month with it. So I'm super excited about the We Be Jamming live show, but a lot of that came from watching your show and then saying, hey, what can we do on my side to get that same vibe, that same feeling? Because I really like music, but I can't sing. I can't sing. I don't play an instrument, but I really, really like and enjoy music. So I like hearing good music, and it's another way to promote a lot of artists on in the U.S. and all over the world, but a lot of artists who are trying to get their voice out in the community.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we are also doing. And a lot of Filipino streamers who would like to sing or into singing. And mostly, I guess, for me, mostly 90% of Filipinos are can sing, except
Mm,
for me. I'm the 1% missing in the
it is. Yeah.
At the end, a shout out. When I say ate, that's big sister. They were used to say ate and all the ladies. Ate Ed Salante is one of, and Miss Jody Allen is also one of the prime timers who are, my God, powerful singers on One Wall. And I invited her, all of
Mm.
them.
Oh, they're more than welcome. I'm glad you invited them, and we'll get them. Those who you have, and anyone that's here, we thank you for being here on the Iron Shopping and Iron Show. And I got Dapper PH here with me, and he's sharing some of his insights and all. So, Dapper PH, help me understand. So, what does Dapper mean? Does it have a meaning to it, or is it what it does it, or is it just something you came up with?
Okay, dapper by dictionary means being cool in terms of fashion or being neat, cool, and clean. So basically, I am into fashion before, and I used to model when I was young. So when you see me in person, then would you usually have this impression that I am just on my 30s or maybe 40s, but I'm already on my 50. Yeah, I'm exactly 56
Mhm.
because I have this kind of a personality that I always take care of myself. I have to look neat. I have to look dapper in front of so many people because whether on entertainment or on my job, I am the kind of person who is a little bit particular in terms of the way you look because I am into that before. So Dapper means I use that name for my channel because it pertains to my personality, which is you have to be looking dapper or looking neat, cool, and clean. So that was just, and the PH is basically the Philippines.
Philippines. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it's a couple episodes ago, I had Snapback Trishana on, and we got into a discussion and we were talking about what's in the name. So, like we all come out here, we all have different reasons why we have our YouTube name, and what was the inspiration to come up with that name, and that's the name of your channel. And without assuming what it meant, even though I know by definition in the dictionary that's what dapper is, but I didn't want to assume maybe that was another reason. So I thank you
Yeah.
for sharing that part with us on what the dapper means, and I'm still blown away, and I've seen it in the chat too. I think Gen X said it when you said you're almost 60, because I would have never guessed it if we were at the amusement park and they had that one where they say guess my age, and I'd have lost all my money trying to guess that you were almost 60 years old. So congratulations on that as well. Almost 60 years old. That's
Thank you. Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you. And before I continue, can I just say hi to Ate Matet and who else? Ate Jodai. And can you give my friends a moderator? I'm having this. Ate Yai is also here, and all of my lady friends. My big sisters are all here from the Filipino community. Ate Ed Salanto as well, and who else? Okay. And Ate Julie B from Butterflies and Bees talagang isa. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Asa sa balansa, tulog pa. Gisingin mo na. And our foreign friends as well. Thank you, guys. It's my first time actually to be in a foreign podcast just like this as a guest. I'm used to guesting to a lot of Filipino communities. So, um, but it's really an honor for me, for us, plus my friends down there to make friends with all of you. So maybe if you wanted to connect with anyone there, all of these people they have their own channel, and these people are also in an entertainment stream. And I'd like to say thank you to my brother Gen X, and also I guess I met you. You were connected to me in a domino effect through brother mind games. My brother thought, and Joe Remington and Peter Berg and the rest. And it's really, but I was thinking, I connected with one people, and the people behind and the under of that umbrella. Well, I was able to make friends with them as well. So that was just a reciprocation. If you are connecting with me, and all the people under my umbrella in that will the same thing will connect with you as well. It's a vice versa domino effect. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate it. And again, thank you for everyone who's in the chat. Hey, Dap, I'm going to drop a quick commercial and then we're going to come back and we'll do some more talking. So it'll be right after this. It's about a 45-second commercial. All right. See you in a second.
Get ready to groove to the rhythm of excitement as We Be Jammin' Live takes you on a thrilling musical adventure. With a spin of the wheel, our talented musicians spin into action, bringing you an unforgettable experience of music, energy, and entertainment. From classic hits to modern tunes, our talented artists will have you singing along and dancing to the beat. So, sit back, relax, and let the music take you on a wild ride. Do you have what it takes to be one of the 5 to be on the next We Be Jammin' Live?
All right, we're back on the Iron Sharpening Iron show. Again, we got Dapper PH with us. I'm super excited again to have him here, learning a lot about just your journey because a lot of us, when I met you, you were already almost at 100,000 subscribers. And, when you get to that point, a lot of people don't believe or sometimes think it was an easy journey. It didn't, all he did was woke up, put a couple of videos on, and then you just had 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But just hearing that there was some struggle, that there was some things that you had to go through, you had physical businesses that you had like bars and clubs and shows and all, and because of the pandemic, you had to make a change, and that change brought you to allowing us to be able to see you. And so it's sometimes we think it's all bad, but it wasn't all bad because now we have a relationship that I don't think we would ever had that situation not happened. So thank you for sharing that story with us again. So 100%. So are you, or do you consider yourself to be a content creator?
In a way, yes. In a way, no. Content creator for me is so broad. There's a lot of dedication and struggle for that. And it took me 6 years to reach 100K. That's a grueling, painful experience. And I can name some of those struggles that I have. Okay. First, my struggle if I am really going to continue the channel when it got monetized. Because as in my job and on my production, I always stay at the background. I only say what to do, and I always pay people to do what I wanted them to do. So here on YouTube, I am the one in front of the camera and doing everything. So there was a big adjustment for me. I'm used of talking on speech in a lot of places, but I am into this kind of people that I those who are watching me are the professional people on my job, and on the entertainment, these are the entertainers. But I realize in this community and our YouTube community, people of different culture, different kinds of beliefs, education, background, family support, and so on. So I have to deal on how I am going to be on that resiliency to connect with everyone without being biased or being, unruly in terms of how I am going to present myself, because I have this strong personality with my workforce, with my job and my business. So I'm not used to be what I call this. I'm not used of being the one who is being asked to do anything. That kind of adjustment. And then when I realized that all kinds of people are in here, so I have to make friends with these people that even in my real life I am not used of making or connecting with that kind of people. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm not just a kind of exposed person to the society wherein uh, I only connect with the people that I know who are close and I trust. That's it. And then the main struggle that I had here in my 6 years is that you cannot please everyone. People come and go. Maybe now you are friends, tomorrow you're not. And those people that came from you, that you teach, that homegrown, in short, are the people maybe in the future that will be your enemy. And my son is there, Steve. Okay, hi. So those are the adjustment that I had, because the first family that I formed and teach on my community, and they are the one who strike me at my back when they know what to do. So in any community, whether local or foreign, the thing that I could only advise to everyone in general, based from my experience, is never ever trust that easy. You can be friendly with everyone, but have that demarcation line and let them feel that you're not the kind of person that they can easily, you know, make something hula baloos or something bad. Uh, so that's what I developed. But I did not make an enemy to them, but they are the one who are saying bad things about me because of the jealousy thing. Everywhere you go, there's always a crab mentality thing. That's human nature. There's a jealousy. But one thing that I always say, even to those people who are being irate or being bad, I still make friends with them. But I'm letting them feel that the trust that I gave you and you lost it, you're not gonna gain it back.
Mm.
But I'm
Yeah.
still there. If you enter my stream, I'm gonna say hi. I'm gonna accommodate you, but it will be there. There's a dot, and you cannot make the closeness connection towards me anymore, because I know what kind of a person you are.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's one of the things I know. I'm like I said, I'm still new to it and I'm still growing, but those are things that we're learning, especially my circle, my personal physical circle is very small. So I like if I say who my best friends are or my family, it's very small. But in once you get into the YouTube world and all the other streaming networks, like Facebook and TikTok and all that, yeah, you can have thousands and thousands of people subscribe to you, but now like I say, it's trying to build that relationship, trying to build that trust, especially when you're the host, because like I say, I had a show and well, I got the Iron Shopping and Iron Show you on it right now, but the after show is when we allow other people to come up on the stage, and that can get tricky because you didn't really vet all of them. You just, at first I didn't. So I let people get up, and then I was exposed once or twice. And because of that exposure, it made it tougher for me to even give people the blue jackets and allow them to come on the stage and all, because you just didn't know what they were going to do. My mom comes into the show. My aunts come into the show. My kids come into the show. So I don't want to expose anyone in the chat to anything that I wouldn't expose to my mother, my family, my kids. So that's why I try to police it as tight as I can. But when you're the host, and I'm sure it's tough to read the chat and see everything that's going on and try to keep the performers on stage and stay focused with your guests. And so it's a juggling act. So I appreciate the blue jackets, but sometimes some people slip through, and then you're fighting, you're fighting a battle because you have that trust, but you're trusting people you just don't know. You only know them off of a couple of videos and maybe a couple of other lives. So I understand to a point of what you're saying on that, for sure.
Okay, let me add something to that. In our community, usually giving blue jacket is a sign of accommodation and being accommodating to our friends, local Filipino. But if you did something wrong or you make something bad on the chat box, automatically you will be blocked, and you won't regain that trust anymore, especially for me, because if I took out that moderator, I don't think it will be given back to you, even though you will be there again, you come back, because for me, respect is a big thing. The first thing that I asked Big Brother Jack when I about my guesting here is I'm not used of people, especially on my community, who's using the bad words, the F thing, or but for some it's maybe common, but for us it's not because we are a little bit conservative in a way, the way we communicate. So when we use that hard words that most of you are using, that means you aggravate the situation. There is a big problem, and you really get angry. So that's another thing. So we don't usually use that word. So if ever I was asking Jack, maybe it's just in a way that you were kidding or joking, but you are using that F thing on your chat. It connotes for me that these people are not, maybe they don't like me. Because that's a kind of the way you are used to that kind of words. But for us, we don't use that. We only use that to the extent that we are really into that big fight or something, misunderstanding, grave thing, and you cannot control your emotions, and there are things that may came out to your mouth, and you can say everything in a bad way. So we usually don't do that.
Yeah, well, like I say, I try to, and I know my show for sure is a family friendly show. We try to keep it as clean as possible. Certain things we just don't even talk about because I just don't feel that it's not here to come and debate with somebody. I'm not here to argue about your point or my point. Really, I try to get to know the person. I like to go live. That was my main mission when I got to 50 subscribers and I was able to go live. That's when I was at home for YouTube. This is what I want to do, to be able to sit. I've watched your show for the last, I'll say 3 or 4 or 5, maybe weeks in a row, but at the same time, never the only one time I had an actual conversation with you. So now I have the opportunity to talk to you. So this is what I really, really want to do, and I don't want to ruin it in any kind of way because of someone coming in and disrupting the chat or whatever. And it is, and you have trolls. You have people that's going to come in there and they're going to try to, or bots and all that, to disrupt. But it's, I give it as a sign of honor too. You earned your blue jacket, but if you lose it, I'm just like you. If you lose it, you'll never get it back. It's just my trust And you got me once, you won't get me twice. That's just how I am. But I'm not as you said, you're almost 60 years old. So you said you what, 56?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I am 54. So I'm only
Oh,
2 years behind you. So I'm 2 years behind you. And so the generations have taught me through the years that I'm not going to I got kids, I got grown kids. So I know the game. I I just don't play that game. So I appreciate you saying the words that you said. Yeah.
oh, thank you, thank you. And bear with me, guys, if some of the topic that may arise later on in connection with the question of Big Jack may not or may confuse you. You can comment in there, so maybe I can explain more. Because the thing that we have also is this barrier of language that maybe the kind of words that I use may not express the same on the way you understand things as I lead whatever it is that I'm going to say. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I appreciate that. Which I was told, and I have to work on that right now because I was asked to slow down because I sometimes will get fast with my speech, and then it's like, what is he saying? So I apologize to you, and I'll do my best to try to slow down. So
No,
because
you're doing. Doing
we have communities from both sides of the world. So and
exactly.
because of that, I want to make sure that everyone is able to hear and enjoy what's going on. So I thank you. I thank you that too. So Dap, I'm gonna drop another shout out commercial, and then we can come back and talk a little bit more. So I'll give you another minute and a half. All right. Yeah. So and then we'll definitely recognize everyone that's in the chat. So let me drop
Yes.
this
Are you
commercial.
doing a commercial
Go
now?
ahead. No, drop. You can. We can
Yeah.
recognize the people in the chat first, and then we'll go
Yeah.
to the commercial. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to say thank you to all of the communities who are here. You are now 100 because there's a lot of big communities invited from their heads and mentors and their and all their members are there. Maybe there was just back watching in the background. I cannot mention every one of you, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for the support that you give to Brother Jack and the rest of our foreign friends here. And I'd like to say thank you, Miss Ate Yai, Juicy 300, Steve, who else? Ate Ed Silante, and my friend Snap, who's been so supportive with me, especially on my stream. She's been there from the beginning till the end. She was like enjoying and requesting some songs. And all my Dapper Squad and Walwalan Prime Timers was also on standby because, guys, later, all the performers that you saw on my channel will be singing at least one song for Big Brother Jack for our entertainment. And Mary Jane inspiring you as well. Shout out. And Tommy Canyon. Spare me if I'm not pronouncing your name right, guys, because, Filipinos have different kinds of pronunciation. I just hope I was able to deliver all of my words properly. And whatever there is a latency of understanding or whatsoever, at least you can understand. Okay. Tommy, shout out to you. And Steve Knox, shout out to you. Ate once again, everybody, and Ate Roxanne and Jerry Capulong on the background, and Ate Juday as well. There's a lot of people who are already on the background just watching, and they're waiting for the turn because later they are going to join us for a couple of songs. Go ahead, Brother Jack. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem. And I want to again, Dap, I want to thank everyone that is here. I truly, truly thank you for spending your time with us. I know this is a different time for the Iron Sharpening Iron show for those who are in the United States, and because we do got different time zones, some of it is perfect for them. So I know if the source is still in here, this is more of his time because he's in Hawaii, so he's 4 hours behind me. So that's more of a better time for him. So, but anyway, thank you all for being here. We're going to hit these commercials. We'll come back and we're going to get a little bit deeper with Dapper PH. And so bear with me as we see these commercials.
Get ready to groove to the rhythm of excitement as We Be Jammin' Live takes you on a thrilling musical adventure. With a spin of the wheel, our talented musicians spin into action, bringing you an unforgettable experience of music, energy, and entertainment. From classic hits to modern tunes, our talented artists will have you singing along and dancing to the beat. So, sit back, relax, and let the music take you on a wild ride. Do you have what it takes to be one of the 5 to be on the next We Be Jammin' Live?
All right, we're back on the Iron Sharpening Iron show. I just want to thank you for letting me go through the commercial, trying to promote 100% that We Be Jamming Live, March 29th, this month, March 29th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. We're going to have, we try to put 5 people on the stage. We spin the wheel, and that's how we know who's going to come up and we don't know what songs they're going to sing, but they perform. We had a really good time in the first episode. So hopefully, without a doubt, we're going to have a good time on this next one. So I got Dapper PH with me. He's my guest tonight on the Iron Sharpening Iron show. It's night for me in the USA. It's morning for him in the Philippines. And we thank everyone that's here today that's just supporting Dapper and myself. And I appreciate you all for being here. So Dapper, we're back. And I got a question for you.
Yes.
What would be a success story if you had to tell someone how something that happened that you were successful with as far as your YouTube journey? What would be a success story?
Being successful in the sense, I guess, in my experience, I have nothing to ask for. I was given a good family. Okay. I was given a good job. I was given a lot of good people around me. I was able to make friends with a lot of people in the YouTube community. But the best success that I can say is that for me to continue that passion and being an inspiration towards everyone, as long as my body and my rheumatism can manage until I reach my senior years and my 60s. So the overflowing feeling of redemption, I should say, is that you were able to see these people grow under your guidance. That is, I guess, the most successful thing that I could say. Because whether you have a lot of money and you're looking good, but there's a lot of people that you weren't able to give that inspiration and resonates that good thing in you, I guess something is missing from a friend to a family and even in our community. And that is exactly what I am doing. And I don't choose the people that I connect with and make friends with. But as I always say, you should gain the trust first. Because it's easy for me to give that. But if you ruin that trust, no, it's not returnable item. It's not a recyclable item. Okay? So that is always, I emphasize the thing. At the Arlene shoutout. And sa mga dalagang Isay, shoutout sa inyo lahat. And standby for moderator, guys. I invited you all. Thank you for coming. And as I continue with what I'm saying, seeing my family in a good, having a good life is a success for me. seeing my kids having a good life. It's a success for me. And I resonate that kind of family thing towards the YouTube community.
Mm.
I share that. I consider all you people as my family.
All right.
That would just depend on how you work out that closeness and trust towards me. Because for me, it's easy for me to give that back. But there are people you can, as always say, you cannot please everyone. Maybe some of them will make friends of you because they're just gonna use you. Maybe some of them are gonna close to you because they're gonna take something from you, or either financial or whatever it is that they wanted to. There is a hidden agenda,
Mm.
and this kind of a person in front of you is a businessman. I can see a person if I'm used to business, the hula balooza of business. If this people is a racketeering or a scammer
Mm.
from just one look. So when I entered this community, I know one when I see one. That was just a warning. But if you are true to yourself and you're giving your friendship towards me, there will be no questions asked. There were no sugarcoating, no shadowing. But if you're a bad person, I'm the worst. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Look, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I know that you threw it out. Now I am trying to those who are out there trying to get them their jackets when they come in. So I've been working on making sure everybody that come in get their blue jacket. So, but thank you for that. So I hear you say children. So are you the only one that's a content creator? Are you the only one in your
Family,
family? In the
the
family?
family, yes, and most of my family members are not aware that I am into here because they won't believe because I'm a strict person. What the hell are you doing there?
No.
But it teach me a lot of lessons in life. The being a grounded person with humility and care for other people beyond the aesthetics. Because maybe some people that you met along the way are just smiling, but behind that smile, they're carrying something heavy. Maybe by just speaking to them, you were able to deliver them from that dilemma, and they need someone to talk to. They need someone to listen to them. That is what I was pertaining. If you wanted to be a successful person, it should radiate in your personality, in your aura, and the way you talk. Because if you listen to a host in a stream, in a first impression, you will always know if this person is something. And and saying and the way that he delivers his words and the way he's trying to impart what it is that he wanted to give interest to other people, that will really affect. And that's one thing that I also teach to my family in Walwalan. I consider them family, and I teach them how to host properly, respectfully, but in a way they can do a little naughtiness for the entertainment side, but you shouldn't lose yourself along the way. So people, when they watch you, they know that the marcation line of respect, that this Dapper PH is a good person, as I am not carrying myself into that. But at the same time, they have this instinct or they have this gut feel that I cannot cross that line with Dapper PH because I know he's a good guy, but a strict person.
Yeah.
I always implement that. Even to the more you get close to me, the more I get strict. I have to balance that because I don't want to be biased. If, for example, brother Jack is so close to me as a family, we've come a long way. It doesn't necessarily mean that he can do whatever he wants, even though it's bad. I won't allow that, especially on my jurisdiction. If it's a nice stream, I respect that. But if you enter my stream and you do something because no, I can do anything here because Dapper Page is a friend of mine. No, the respect should be there.
All right.
As I always instill that with everyone. Because with that thing, they would see what kind of a mentor you are, what kind of a leader you are in and out of this, because it is being seen in your personality.
Mm. Nah, I can feel that all the way. Like I said, a lot of people that have come through the Iron Shop and Iron Show, that's been a guest on the show. It's because you've I would say you've earned your position on the show. You've earned that to sit here in the seat and have this conversation. And with that is because you've only shown me your friend side as far as the respect. It's not about, like I say, we've never met each other, never shook hands, anything like that. But the respect that you've shown to me, and I've only tried to show respect back to you, and I know we have a big difference in cultures and things like that, but at the same time, we have one thing in common. I'm really out to help people grow. That's what my whole passion is to get, not that you needed the help, not that you needed the help, but it was the fact that I think the demarcation, like you said, to have the two different worlds be able to come together and talk together and meet each other and all. It's like, because I believe a lot of people might have a fear of, well, I don't want to go on a U.S. A show. I don't want to be on a show because they might expose me, or they might try to joke me or do different things or be cruel. And we're not all like that. Not everyone's like that. It could be, it are some. But again, I will show you all respect. I will respect you from the minute that you walk in to the minute you leave, because you've earned that respect. Now, like you said, if you lose that, if you do something that now you cross that line, it is hard to give that back. It's hard to trust again, because
Exactly.
not only did you do it to me, but you did it to everyone that's in the chat, everyone that's watching. And it makes it, now that I have to go back and explain what happened the last 30 minutes or whatever. And that's what makes it even tougher, because you have to go back and start, you don't know how many people you hurt, how many people have been offended. And those are people that's coming to watch you or watch me. And now I got to go and apologize to them for actions that some one person has done. So I appreciate you with your words, because it means a lot that's coming from you. And that's exactly how I feel right there. But go ahead.
Creating change is also here, brother. Shout out, and we appreciate everybody's presence down there in the chat box. And brother Jack, if you may do a shout out to some of my friends.
Oh, yes, please do. Yes, sir.
No, no, no. I mean you.
Oh, you want me? Yeah. So I don't want to mess the names up. So if I'm seeing it in this Army Amagana. I would say I know that Snapback Shoshana's in here, Creating Change is in here. So thank you, Creating Change. Jenny Lee Days, I see. And I've been giving the blue jackets to everybody. So if you don't have your jacket, I'll get there. I'll try my best. Capulon, I want to say, if I'm saying it right. If I'm messing your name up, please forgive me. It's not personal. It's just me trying to get your name. Alex Acosta, hello. Steve, hello. I seen you said hello in there. Keep going up. And then I heard you say it before. It's a Yaya.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
Okay, yay. Okay, hello. And thank you for being here on Iron Shop and Iron Show. Going up Juicy 300 and family. Thank you for coming through. Mommy VHI official. Thank you for coming through. And I'm still going and seeing all the people that's here and looking and trying to touch them all and hit them all. Rosalind Acosta, thank you for being here. Nomi, thank you for being here. And so I'm going up, and I'm hoping I didn't miss anybody. And I think we got everybody the blue jacket. So look, check this out, Dapper. I'm gonna give you this. I'm colorblind. So because I'm colorblind, once I give them the blue jacket, it's harder to see who the names anymore, because once they get the blue, it takes the color away, and now I can't.
I help you with that. I help you with that.
Yeah. So that's what sometimes I miss different people, and now I don't miss them. I try not to miss them. So that's where I started doing the shout out videos, or the like commercials in the middle, where I'll take a lot of people. So the way you get your name in there is because they've been in the chats, and I'll put them in, and that way it'll scroll through and show the different people who have supported throughout the episodes of the Iron Shop and Iron Show. So that's another way I try to make sure I acknowledge those. But I know there's some people out there that and if you want to definitely shout them out, go ahead and please reach out to them.
Yes, and there are a lot of people that I invited, but they are busy right now. So they're just staying in the background, watching and listening. And I'd like to mention Jancy also on the background, Anafonse, and there's a lot of people paying me, and Mommy Tucci also as well. And there are particular people that at Jody Allen also is quarreling with his husband because he was asked to sleep, but he's still watching in there. Sorry for that. And I'd like to make mention, Miss Arlene Blog is one of my Dapper Guardians, plus the Dapper Squad that were there, plus my community support, like Balanza is also there, and the rest of the butterflies and bees from the Lagangisay. So those people that I invited and you share it to your community and your GC, thank you guys for the support. I want you to cut that stigma of connecting with our foreign friends, but because we always make it is a joke that if we are talking with a lot of foreigners, that our nose is bleeding in when we speak the language. Yung Jesse, masarap shoutout. Maraming salamat sa inyo. And Maylene, okay. And maybe later, if I'm speaking with our local Filipino, I'm just in Taglish. Jonah Cabral, salamat. And the rest of you. Plus, syempre, our foreign friends, I just hope you understand my kind of English with matching nosebleed, all right? There you go.
No, I got you, and I appreciate it. Now, the thing is, I've been able. I'm a military. I'm former military. I'm a veteran in the U.S. Army, so I've traveled around the world. But definitely I have a great admiration for you to be able to speak to me in my native tongue. So I couldn't do that in return to you. So I definitely respect you on that side. Even when I listen to the songs, I like these songs. I know they're not. It's not like I have to try to figure out what it is. I'm hearing the song, and they're singing it exactly. Some of them is just as good as the people that's doing it on the actual record itself. So I respect that and I appreciate that. So definitely, my hats off to you and your community and your singers and your groups because of that. That's a great accomplishment to me. I remember being I was in South Korea. I was stationed in South Korea, and I'm a military police, so that's what my job was when I was in the military. And it was a vehicle accident, and it was a Korean national that was in an accident, and they were upset. So they're now speaking Hangul, and they all talking to each other, and they're talking fast, and I can't understand. And my translator was there, and he would say, "Yeah, I need him to speak English." And he like, "You need to speak Hangul. You need to speak their language." I'm like, "Okay, I respect that. I respect that because I am here. I'm in your land, so I need to start learning to speak." So that's what I want to do. I want to learn more in your community and definitely learn more of the language itself because. As we grow and as I grow in the channel, I want to learn more, not just so I can say I can speak the language, but just so I can, be able to walk and talk with you one day if I visit your country and see you on the street or see you somewhere, maybe be able to sit down and have tea with you and be able to talk to you. So that's a goal of mine. So I'll try that.
That would be an honor because Filipinos is one of the Asian countries who can speak our second language. Native tongue is English. That's a universal language for us. So we started it from the beginning at our school, and as we grow and we became a professional. So that's our second native tongue, the English. So we can communicate with anybody as long as you're talking in English, regardless if you cannot talk in Tagalog, there will be no problem. If some of us maybe that cannot talk in English, but basically most of the Filipinos can understand English.
Okay.
That's the advantage.
No, that's good to know. Definitely good to know. So, all right. So I'm more trying to. What advice would you give us? Those you've been doing this for a while, and you went through your ups and your downs. So, what advice would you give a person who's a new content creator trying to establish themselves on YouTube? Do you have any?
Okay, it's hard for me to give an advice, but if I I'm just going to base it on my experience. If you are new on putting a channel, I guess you'll be confused of what kind of a niche you are going to do. Whether you're gonna blog or you put a video or you're gonna sing or you're a gamer or live streamer or even a podcasting, whatever it is that you want. Because basically when I started, there's a lot of things that I wanted to do, but I wanted to focus on one particular niche. Okay. So that's when I realized that I am going to incorporate that production thing and then on my singing stream because that is the edge that I really wanted to do. But at the same time, I am also into hosting and podcasting, and I had my own Coffee Talk with Dapper PH program on my own channel, but I just stopped it because of the schedule. It's really hard for me to do that in the morning. So I just continue the Saturday singing stream. But basically, if you're new and you don't know what to do, find something that you really like. So that, for example, you just wanted to an ordinary live stream that we talk to people because there are stream who is doing lapagan and dikitan. We call it in Tagalog, and that is connecting with the people in the chat to grow your channel. And there are people who are just doing a game on the background. And I don't know if you are a big gamer and you have a big viewers, but for some who are just starting, if it's really your passion and you wanted to continue that, I guess later on, just like me, I guess it's going to grow, but it will need a lot of patience, sacrifice, and a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of stress from people who have having a bad mouth and bad faces. So you are going to experience and meet these kind of people along that journey. But if you really wanted to continue and you love what you do, later on, I guess you're going to reap what you sow. And as I am doing and continuing this kind of entertainment, where in our community there are only few, if I may say, or maybe just the walwalan who can do in a small community that kind of a show with a program, and there's a lot of people who are sharing their talent, singing, voice, power, energy, so forth and so on, and plus my face as the host, that they still wanted to watch from this year onwards until I get my senior 60. Then I'll be there if my schedule allows. But if you think your viewers is not enjoying what they're doing, maybe if they are just close friends of yours, they're gonna drop by, gonna say hi. But being there because they wanted to connect or they wanted to interact or they are really enjoying that show, you have to think twice. So you really have to think of something to put in your channel or to do in your channel, so people might get interest on that. Maybe on the same niche if they are you are singing stream. But there's a lot of people who are doing the same. And I realized some of my co-streamers, which is also a classmate of mine when I started on the same year, that they are not into the earnings of the YouTube, because you cannot earn anything from here except for the super chat or the membership or even your merchandise if you have one, if you have already you're monetized. They are just there just to enjoy on their pastime. They wanted to sing. Then they're not expecting if they're gonna earn because they are working, and that's the reason why they cannot sacrifice their work to replace that full time in YouTube, because they're not earning anything here. But as I can see, based on my stream, there's a lot of people giving their super chats because they are really into, they are being drawn there, they are enjoying, so they are sharing their blessings. That's automatic. But if you are here and your mindset is to earn and you don't have that kind of niche or whatever it is that you wanted to do, don't expect. because later on you will be disappointed that, oh my god, I've been having sleepless night for 1 year. I'm dying and I'm sick, and I'm sick with this kind of people, and I'm not even earning a dollar or two.
Mhm.
So you ask yourself, what do you want to do here? Is it the passion that you wanted? Is just you just wanted to enter and watch the YouTube community, or you wanted to put something on your channel, and later on you know that you're going to earn and grow from it. So that is based on my experience on 6 years, because not everyone on my own family are earning the same thing. If you are talking about earning your channel, okay, because you, on a stream you cannot earn from the video because of the copyrighted um, music, but you can earn from sponsors, because there on my end there's a lot of people who are asking if I can promote their companies or whatever products that they want apart from the merchandise that I had from my spread shop, because they can see that there's a lot of people interested in watching that show, which those products are connected to my the kind of a show that I do. For example, if it's a microphone, or if it's a gadget for streaming, or a T-shirt or two, or your whatever it is that they are seeing on your channel, and don't ever sell there an ice cream, because that's a singing stream. You know, there's a lot of opportunities that's going to knock on your door, just like mine. There's a lot of email there's for a collaborative companies are offering condoms. If I cannot promote condoms while singing on a singing stream. Oh my god! Or there are what do you call this? There are companies there who are offering liquor. So I cannot promote those kinds of products. So I just choose the kind of products that is connected with the kind of a channel that I have, and especially I am the face of that. If I am going to promote that, so it should be in connection with kind of a personality that I am also. If you are talking, if you went into, you go into that kind of level that you have your sponsorship, which it will come later, and your channel is going to grow. But basically, if you are just a small streamer and on a starting point, don't ever expect. Just continue what you love. And later on, you will discover that thing, the what do you call it, the being religious and doing what you love, that will mold you into this is where the road is leading me to. So I have to focus on this because people love this kind of thing that I do, and that's the signal that is what you are going to do later.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good information. Definitely good information. I think I know I hear a lot, being new, and you see a lot of different videos about people saying, quit your day job and go full time in YouTube and this and that. But you know, I try to tell people don't listen to those type of videos, because if you still got to feed your family, you still got to put clothes on your back, you got to put a roof over your head, you got to pay your utilities and things like that. And I haven't seen anyone who said that they was at that point where they could just quit their day job and just do this on a regular basis. But that's not saying much, because I haven't seen it don't mean it's not happening. But I would encourage anyone not to, especially if you're new to being a content creator, to quit your job and then come in here and just say, I'm going to do this full time, because it's no guarantees. There's no guarantees in this. The job that you have, at least if you show up to work, they're going to pay you a check at the end of the month or the end of the week or the end of the 2 weeks. But here, you don't know what you're going to get. So I wouldn't tell anyone to quit their job and to do this on a regular basis, unless you already are financially set and that you don't need it. But if you need a job and you need to pay your bills, I don't think YouTube is the best place to come and make it your career, in the beginning anyway. I don't know about down the road, but in the beginning for sure.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So So I appreciate it, though. I appreciate you. That now, are you grooming people to not only be hosts, but more like to host a show similar to yours, or do you have people that, excuse me, that's already broke off and have a show very similar to yours that came out of your community or came under your tutelage or your training?
Yes, yes. Most of when I put that production show, Walwalan 2.0, it is composed of the Dapper Squad, okay, which is from the Dapper PH family. And then I trained them how to, you know, align if they like their stream to this kind of stream of mine. And I'm helping them little by little as they go on their way because an effective stream, especially if you're hosting a big show or even a podcast, you have to be a good host. Basically, that's one thing that you should consider. But if you're not that spontaneous, even in your local tongue, and you said you are a shy person, I cannot even open my cam and talk to my hand. That's not even possible. But if you have that energy, that kind of innate talent in you, you continue. Because if I see a person who is doing that, and there are what do you call this? I can see that he can do that. I am the one pushing him and teaching him. I am there. And I'm asking them to do the same kind of a stream that I do. It's just that my show is it's really hard to put up if you're not in that kind of long time experience. Okay, you are the host, you are the correct, you are the director, you are the editor, and everything you see, even the layouts and everything, every effect, so forth and so on, the sound effects, the musical score. I train all my singers and how are they going to sing the songs and how are they going to project it on their camera. Oh, you should be sitting, you should adjust your camera. This is your angle, so forth and so on. Everything you watch on my stream is being directed by from the small details by just me.
Mm. Wow.
Okay. And then I even do, I even train myself to, even the chat box there is so fast to run after all your names to put the jacket while I'm having this yow yow and talking. And my hands are doing the editing thing and the direction over there, here and there, and even the sound effects. So sometimes I assign some of my kids, the Dapper Squad, if you can assist me on the musical score, you have to click this one if this is right. And everything should be time on the proper timing
Right.
to have that kind of wow factor on the show. It's not easy. You see, Monday to Tuesday, I have to find their songs. I am the one choosing the songs every Saturday. I have to look in every genre, in every playlist, from classic to the modern, from rock to rap nation, to all kinds of songs. And then I'm telling them if they are going to perform on the segment of the primetime show, these are the lines of songs that you can sing. If they cannot manage to practice that before Saturday, I'm going to ask them if they have a replacement, which is similar to that kind of genre. And then I'm going to listen and I'm going to study the song and I'm going to say, okay, that's the one you're going to sing. But in every primetime show that we do every Saturday, there's always a program to that. And there's a kind of two singers there. The guest singers and the one who's going to be will participate on the primetime show. That means that was rehearsed. For example, Brother Jack is gonna guest on Walwalan in the future. He can guest there, and I'm gonna tell him the genre that we have is classic songs. Do you have any classic songs that you knew? Yes, I have. Okay, then that is the song that you're going to sing, and don't surprise me. And when you enter, then you're gonna rap the song. Oh my God, that, that wasn't allowed. So usually all my guests there, if it's going to be a genre for the country songs, all the guests would be singing country songs. If it's going to be an upbeat song or popular music, pop music or whatever, or rap music, they should tell me, they should ask me what kind of a genre, because everybody is dancing with a party, and then you're gonna sing a sad song.
Mm, right.
See? So everything is connected with all the program from the beginning to the end.
Mm. See now, see this is what I'm talking about, Dapper. I could watch your show every Saturday, and I would have never got that insight. I would have never got the behind the scenes, the things that you're doing to get ready for a Saturday show. So I do a show every Wednesday, every Sunday, but there's a lot of work that goes between. Even like I said, I'm not as high tech as you, and I don't have it there. But we're trying to give it, like I say, you want it to be entertaining, you want it to be rewarding for the guests, and you want it to be rewarding for the people in the chat. You want them to gain something out of it. That's what the show is: iron sharpening iron. So that means when it was all said and done, I'm gonna be stronger as a person because you was my guest, and you should be stronger as a person because you was on my show, and we sharpened each other iron, and that's how we will walk away, and that's what we want to give. So that's where I like that behind the scene. I like you being, letting me know, because I'm thinking really that people just pick their own songs. They come on the stage, and you just give them a slot and they sing. But now hearing that you're picking the songs, and if they don't understand, they can come up with one, but they need to stay within the pattern of the show for that week, and keep it rolling and keep it flowing, and that's important. It's very important to know that there's a lot of behind the scenes that goes on to make your show. So, because you only do your show once a week, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and one more thing.
Okay.
All the line of guests that I allow on my program are those people with a proper audio setup.
Mm.
Okay. Because a singing stream is different from a podcasting stream. You don't use interface or mixer for the sound system. So if ever someone is going, some of my closest family member are saying, "Oh, Daddy, brother Jack is wanted to participate on guesting on Walwalan." The first thing that I always ask, he has a good audio setup? Because if not, I wouldn't allow. You know why? It's not to bypass anything. That would cause a lot of dead airs and on the delayed on the program, because when you enter my stream you should be ready with your audio, with your music, and don't enter on my stream and saying sound check, do I have a sound, do you have a music? No, we don't. I don't allow that.
Right,
You
right.
should be prepared ahead of time, because I am talking to that guest. This is the kind of songs. If you have this kind of genre, and then you prepare for that, you remove the advertisement, you remove the ads and the intro on the karaoke thing, and then be ready with your audio, especially with your mic on a stereo mode, and everybody should be muted, because if some of them are not muted, there will be a ricochet of sounds, echoing from here and there, and it's gonna cause a lot of audio technical problems.
Got you. Oh, good stuff. That's good information. Now, did say that you have some of your family with you today? Are they here or?
What do you mean? My members who is going
Yes,
to
they're your members.
participate?
Yes.
Yes, they are, and some of them are actually waiting. If they are wanted to, I really invite them, because I want your friends from this other side of the world to watch them, and also to see how Filipinos on YouTube, especially the singing stream, are those who are not watching Walwalan. I invited them, some of them here, to give a couple of songs.
Okay. If you have them, let's if you can. Do I need to do anything, or is it? Do you have control?
Yes, maybe you can do a shout out, and I'm just gonna give a message and then go signal to them. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So while Dapper takes care of that, we're gonna say hello to Steve, and down there I see is Arlene. Hello, thank you for coming on the Iron Sharpton Iron Show, hanging with us. Jovel, I believe that's it. Jenny Lee. If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. Jonah, thank you. See Steve again. Ola, see her in there. Janice, thank you for popping in. Snapback Trishana, I see you still hanging with us, and thank you. And I'm going up the list and trying to see if we can get everybody. Arlene, thank you for coming in here. Jackie Seven Sims, hey, how you doing? And thank you for being here. I think everybody has their blue jacket on now, and if you don't, I'll make sure I get to it as we go through. We got Dapper PH with us today on the Iron Shop and Iron Show. I see Tommy Keenan still here and hanging with us. I appreciate it. And we're going through. I seen that. I know this is definitely a different time for us. Normally we're a 7 o'clock p.m. Wednesdays and Sundays, and I know that Dapper PH does his show normally on Saturdays, but this is a special occasion to have us both on here at this hour, and I appreciate each and every person that has come out and hung with us and is still with us as we go through. And I want to say it's Kai, and I don't want to make a yeah, and I say it's Kai. So if I'm messing it up, please forgive me. I'm gonna get it straight. Simply Amera. Hey, and thank you for being here. And I believe if I haven't hit them all, we're going to hit some more. And I see the one with the butterflies. So I see the butterflies flying around. So I appreciate it. Appreciate it. So thank you again for being here. That's Jesse. So thank you for being on the Iron Sharpening Iron show with us. And so Dapper, as I bring it back to you, and you said you have some of your singers with you, and we want to introduce them, or not. What do I need to do, or what do you need me to do? And I'm here.
Okay. How many do you see at the backstage? Can you see them now?
No, no, none yet. So
Okay, okay. Calling their attention because they were just waiting for my signal.
okay,
Those people that I asked, and they are free today for a jamming. Let's go because I was just on the background, and maybe they're just preparing. Okay, but
okay,
before that, I'd like to say thank you to Ate Arlene Palma and also Young Movers Wenger, another community from Monetized Channel is watching at the background. Gen X brother, shout out. And as before I forget, I'd like to say thank you again to brother Todd, Mind Games, Joe Remington, and bro Peter Berg, and bro the Agnes, all my foreign friends that I first met before I met the rest of you. So it came from them. So I really appreciate them being connected with you when I was on their channel, especially on the stream. So I may not be religiously available on all your stream, but when I see it live, I drop by and say hello. It may be out at work or maybe I'm busy. And also to my Walwalan family, I'd like to say thank you to my guardians, especially Ate Arlene is also there. Okay. She's the one, the guardians are the one who's helping me take a charge to take care of the squads because there are branches. So there's the Burgotons, there are the Per Squad, and the Prime Timers. And these people are really helping me a lot. Okay. So I'd like to say thank you to my Dapper Gardens, Dapper Squad, and the Prime Timers, plus all the communities, the big communities that has been supporting me on Walwalan 2.0 that I also invited here. And the butterflies and bisos flying around that you saw, brother, and some of the big communities that I have from Dapper Garden as well as their founder, Ate Dalagang Isay. Thank you. At sina Ate Yay at sa lahat po ng ating team Rockista, nakita ko din, I was dyan sina Ate Matet, sina Jovel, who will be joining us also. And our foreign friends, if I am King is also there. Okay, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, ugly. Shout out to you and lahat ng aking mga anak dyan nakabidyo sina Steve, sina Ana Fonse, at ang aking mga ate, sina Ate Roxy, si Jay, and dyan, Kapulong, and the rest of my ate. Ate is a big sister in Tagalog. Yeah, that's a
okay,
big sister. And one of my big sister that I met on our foreign communities is Snapback, Destined to Recover, and the two ladies who are welcome to my live stream. I forgot the name. They are singing
Oh,
like
the Roses twins, the double
yeah,
Rose
the
twins.
roses.
Yeah,
Yes. And the friends of my brother Todd MD, who's been also visiting my stream, plus the rest of you guys, the brothers Gen X. We also have Creating Change. We have Shine Dig, also Shine Dig, and there's a lot of you people from Brojack communities and Brother Todd who are really talented. Sometimes when I'm watching you, I'm really looking forward if one of these days in the future that you can also share that music with us, Filipino community, on my stream, Walwalan 2.0. That would be a great honor. Thank you.
right. Wow. Now that would be nice. That would be definitely it'd be a great honor to even to put the two shows together, put the two sides of the world together in one show. That would be awesome. So hopefully you're hearing them out there, and if those who have that musical talent and desire to share that, I mean, we know we have the We Be Jamming Live, and that's the last Saturday of every month, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're looking for people to come on now. We're looking for musical talent to come on. I think we're almost ready to have our lineup ready because we only do 5 people, and we try to rotate them around. But it's an opportunity to showcase yourself, put your skills to not say to the test, but put them out there so people can see who you are and hear what you have to do, offer. And it's a fun time. It's a fun time to get the artists together and enjoy themselves. And the way Dapper, like I say, we spin the wheel. So we put the names on the wheel. So the 5 artists are on the wheel. And when we spin the wheel, we don't know which artist is going to come up. So it's that anticipation of knowing who's going to be the next person. And they had a lot of fun with it. So that was something that we tried to do to make it enjoyable for the artists as well. So, but I still don't see anyone in the back, so that's okay. But we're gonna go down and do some checking. Jenny Lee Daisy does, and it says Arlene, Pama. If I'm like I said, if I mess your name up, there's one that needs a blue jacket. So let me make sure I get that. And that was JTT. And if I'm a lot of the new names, so these are newer names for me, and I haven't heard them, so it's hard. So Desi's in there. I see Desi. How you doing? The Gen X Effect. Hey, well, thank you for hanging with us. I want to say it's Kai, and or Kia. If I'm missing Steve is still there. Jenny Lee, thank you. And there go one. So I see one to come on. So um, but we thank you all again for coming on. And as Dapper made a comment, he made an actual comment about uh, the he made a comment about us, the the people that helped us bring these together, because there was a time I would have never, I know I probably wouldn't have went on on a different site and to listen to music and all like that, but it was people like Mind Games and Joe Remington and Peter that opened up their platforms and opened up their channels and introduced Dapper to me, and even the other, and Dapper started introducing his community. So that's how this is working. That's how we are. We're communities growing together and working together so that we can all grow and glow. So that's what it's all about. But